have you been, so my first question is, how long have you been writing, paid to be a writer? Like, your first job was at Accepted TV?
Acceptable TV.
Acceptable TV, I'm sorry.
No, it wasn't my first job. I don't know. It depends on what you call
money. Someone gave you money.
Well, I mean, people in Milwaukee would give me like $50 to write like a eulogy. I would write like a. You gotta understand how insecure I am. That is a fucked up, sarcastic sounding laugh.
Did you laugh in your head? No. But
so much put my head in the toilet. I mean, out in LA, the first job was, I don't know, Jim Henson Studios paid me and my partner Rob Schraub to write what was going to be a Jackie Chan meets the Muppets short that was going to play before theatrical releases. It would be like a 10-minute Muppet short.
Gotcha.
So it was like we called it Muppet Combat, and we like Kermit, and they never made it because we had Jackie Chan using Kermit as a weapon. Because Kermit was his master, but then he's like Jackie, use the rainbow connection, and then. And then at the end of it, we buttoned it with like Jackie Chan's holding Kermit because they beat all the Dark Crystal guys and all the evil Muppets, and then Jackie Chan goes like, "We did good, right?" and Kermit goes, "Yeah, we did great. What are you doing with your hand?" And Jackie Chan says, "Well, you're a puppet, right?" And Kermit says, "Put me down now." I think that it's like they have all these Muppet rules now. He's survived by all these people that, like, God bless their souls, but as with any religion, all they have to go on is the last thing the guy said. Like, don't let him fuck Kermit! And they go, we don't use the P word, meaning puppet. But I went to the Disney place, whatever you call it, the Disney with the land and the thing, and I saw the show where the Muppets come out with the 3D and stuff, and there was Statler and Waldorf were over on the side, and they're heckling the whole show. It was great, it's a great show. And as you're getting up to leave, Statler and Waldorf go, "Hey, I guess the show's over. I guess we should leave, huh? Well, we can't. Why? Because the show's so bad? No, because we're bolted to the seats." And I was like, fucking Muppet rules! I think you're bolted to the seat. I got mad.
I would be pissed too. Rightfully so.
$12,000 we could have made down the drain. That was our first paid gig.
And
you wanted to know.
No, I didn't.
Your interview.
and that and other things led you. So when you found out you got Community, when you found out where they're making your pilot, and then it goes, and you're gonna have a series with these, incredible actors. So my first question is, what did you do first when you found out? Like, where were you? What'd you do?
Oh my God. When we got picked up for series?
Yeah. Like, it's sort of funny, but I get this every single day, so it's like regular for me.
I can't remember. I swear to God, I can't remember. When you first get picked up, you only get picked up for 9.
Okay.
I swear to God, I don't remember. My brain is just Swiss cheese from. I probably figured out a way to not enjoy it, honestly. I probably figured out a way to be depressed about it somehow.
Did you get phone calls where people hey man, congratulations. Pause. Could I get a job? Did you have people
Yeah.
I mean, were you able to hire friends? How did that work?
Well, I gave up my pop. The Community was like an experiment for me because I had been through a lot of hard times, ups and downs, deaths and resurrections, apotheoses. And I decided with Community, I remember joking with my friends, I was like, oh, I'm pitching the show to NBC, and the experiment is I'm just gonna say yes and to everything. I'm just gonna do a mainstream show because I'm gonna buy a house and dig a pool, and I'm not gonna dig the pool. I'm gonna have Mexican people dig.
That was sincere. I'm pretty sure that was sincere.
It's so arch. It can't be sincere. Who says I love it and then slaps their face like a comic book? He's wearing a wig. He's got a saxophone. Where does sincerity come in?
There's sand over there.
He's got his feet in fake sand.
That's
real sand, fake beach.
Could you
Anyways,
just be more grounded?
Yeah, could you be more grounded? Add 5% of the wire to what you're doing. That's what I'm doing in season 3 of Community.
No, I can't add 5%.
What do you mean no?
Well, that guy worked on the wire for no, it probably was a bad decision, sir. Thank you. I'm sure of it, but I haven't seen dailies yet.
It's gonna be great.
It's gonna suck. That's gonna be a bad season. Everybody, run and tell this. Bad season coming.
Oh, that was it?
Yeah. But who cares? Because worst case scenario, you higher ratings. That's what I've learned about TV. Like, I thought that the second season was twice as good as the first season. Half the people watched. So and 0 Emmy nominations. So I'm like thinking in my head, why don't you quit fucking working on your show so hard? Worst thing that could happen is maybe, just maybe, you'll like fall into like a little bit of a success stream. if people perceive you as phoning it in a little bit, isn't that what's more kind of attractive in this medium? So.
Well, I think it's going to be wonderful.
What do you know?
I know some things. I watch a lot of TV.
Yeah.
This is the smartest show on TV. Not because I work there, but because
I'll tell you through all of it, like, I don't know what I would do without those paninis you bring me.
they're hot and they're fresh every time.
You always know to hide the avocado. Or hold the avocado.
I'm hiding because secretly it's good.
Howie is a very proactive writer's PA.
Yeah.
And he picks my food for me.
I don't want him to have to do, like, worry about that stuff.
He brings in a menu every day and he goes like, who wants what for lunch and stuff. And then I always go, I want somebody to pick my food. And then he picks my food. He's the food picker. And we came up with a whole trailer about it.
We did. We had like there was a whole song. It was really fun. It was like a week-long bit.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. It makes me feel good. Little things like that make me feel good.
Let me ask you some questions.
Sure, all right.
Is your mom still alive? Yes. Is she hot?
She is a pretty lady.
Is she Jewish?
She's super Jewish. She's not like super Jewish, but she's like, Howard.
Do you think she could tweak that into like a Harmon? A little bit of a, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sure she could.
I don't know. That's the only question I have. Do you have any brothers and sisters?
I have a little sister.
What do you hope to make of this? What is this?
I don't know.
Is this going to rocket you to stardom? One of the community writers, Vera Santa Maria, who is Canadian and therefore very sweet.
Oh, that was.
She asked backstage when you walked out in here, and she said, "So does Howie just do this out of the goodness of his own heart?" And I said, "Yeah, that and a rapacious hunger for power, like the rest of us. The reason the rest of us do everything."
I just work. I want to put up some good material and just do my thing. Yeah. I've got 3 fans. The rest are for you. So, are we allowed to say any secrets? Can we give any secrets from season 3? I mean, there's some cool shit happening. I want to tell everybody, but I don't.
I feel like I told Entertainment Weekly everything already.
Oh, you did? Okay.
I don't know what I did.
Read the article.
If you Google yeah, I don't know, because I anything that I know, I immediately spill it. Because I don't know.
You wrote or are writing an episode this season. You're writing one. You wrote.
Yeah, I just wrote the Halloween episode. We're gonna shoot it on Monday.
Very exciting. And there's like a little. It's like.
The Halloween episode's going to be like a kind of a Treehouse of Horror type of thing.
It's going to be very fucking cool.
We didn't want to just rip off Treehouse of Horror, although at the same time, if you do just rip off Treehouse of Horror, I feel like it's been long enough now. Because I think that an anthology is something really cool to do for a Halloween episode. So, but at the same time, you don't want to like disconnect people from the canon. So like when we did the Christmas episode last year, for those who are big fans of the show, you know, like the way we work around it is, okay, it's stop motion, but it's important that that what's going on because you're understanding more about the characters. So whereas if you just have this fantasy, you're moonlighting. For those of you who are over 20, there was a show called Moonlighting. They started doing this weird shit where you tune in and like Bruce Willis would come out and it would just be Shakespearean times for no fucking reason. It felt like you were just watching a show made by people who were bored and doing a lot of coke or something. And so I always want to avoid that, but people like to see like tweaked versions of the characters, like to see their fantasies and all that stuff. So we're doing that weird, clever stuff this year, and hopefully it'll pan out. Like the first 6 episodes, there's an episode where you see all these multiple timelines. Like they do it, they have
like sliding doors.
They have like, yeah, it's like sliding doors times 6. Like you see like 6 different sliding doors. But they're all important because you're always revealing what's going on in the characters' heads. Like that stuff's not changing. And then the Halloween episode, they're telling scary stories, but they're telling scary stories for a specific reason. And you get to see how they think and stuff. So you're seeing like Troy's scary story, and it like means a lot about how Troy thinks and stuff.
And
so
we're digging deeper into like these characters and like who they want to become or what they want to do within Greendale, right?
Yep. And then an all Viking episode.
And syndication. Dude, thank you so much for coming on to the show.
What are you talking about?
Okay, you don't have to leave.
What the fuck? You kicking me? I guess if I was the guy that made Big Bang Theory, everybody'd be, oh, thank you for learning that song.